National Party won't support this bill is a continuation of the well-worn record, high on rhetoric, abysmally low on practical action. And if the member is trying to convince himself or anyone else that the relationship between families and the mental health system is hunky-dory and everyone's happy with it, he's living on a different planet than most of us who have to deal with mental health. That's exactly what he said. And if the member doesn't understand his own rhetoric, then he's actually trying to fool himself. Mr. Speaker, here and around the world, mental health illnesses are a growing public health issue. It's been estimated by 2020 depression will be the leading illness and cause of disease burden in developed countries like ours. Mental illness has traditionally been hidden. People were embarrassed to talk about it, but it is everywhere in our community, and virtually every New Zealand family will be touched by some form of mental illness at some point in their lives. It's never just the person, of course, who's ill who directly suffers. It's also the family, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, grandmothers and grandfathers. None can escape being affected. The lives of those who love and care for someone with mental illness are often dramatically changed, and yet they don't always have access to sufficient information and support to understand what is happening and how they can get through difficult times. And if the member who just spoken before doesn't understand that, he doesn't understand anything about what's happening in the real world. It's no wonder that families can feel isolated and desperate. Today, the stigma around mental illness is less damaging than it used to be, in large part thanks to heroes like ex-rugby player John Kirwan, who has had the courage to front a very public campaign about depression. The previous Labor Progressive government put nearly $7 million into that campaign, and it's made an enormous difference to the way men in particular report to agencies for assistance. It's helped destigmatise mental health by being far more open about the issues involved. We launched our new mental health and suicide prevention strategies. Part of that meant putting a strong emphasis on building a more responsive primary healthcare sector. Often a GP is the first line of assessment and treatment when someone turns up, often with their families, to the surgery in need of help. The evidence showed that good primary health care had the potential to have the largest impact on reducing mental illness. Studies also showed that the more families are involved with the treatment of their loved ones, the more rapid and long-term the recovery is likely to be. The more the loved ones are involved, the more rapid the recovery. Getting people well as quickly as possible is important to everyone. The cost of mental illness is felt throughout all of our communities. People suffering from depression have worse general health, take more time off work, and their work is restricted when they are present. They make the most or more use of health services and experience poorer health-related quality of life. If we want people to stand the best chance of getting better, we have to help the families of those who suffer from mental health problems as much as possible. And that's exactly what this bill attempts to do. It's not just because we are a caring society that we should do this, but also because society benefits when people get better quicker and stay well. Despite, Mr. Chairman, the relative openness about mental illness today, when someone you love becomes ill, it is still devastating and often confusing for family members. Families don't often know how to help, they often blame themselves, and they can feel lost and isolated. That means, Mr. Speaker, that it is time for this bill, and I wish the author of it well as it continues its progress through the House.